Hello, my name is Licia He. I am a generative artist. I am obsessed with code and robots and materials. Today, I'm very happy to collaborate with the Processing Foundation to give you a special p5.js tutorial. There are many ways to make curves, and Bezier curves happens to be one of my absolute favorite way to make curve. So today, let's talk about Bezier curves. So Bezier curve is a way to draw curves in computer graphics, and it's one of my absolute favorite way to create curves. In fact, if you see any of my previous work and you see a curve there, it's likely a Bezier curve. In this tutorial, I want to walk you through the concept of Bezier curves and show you 3 different ways of constructing Bezier curves in P5. Also, I want to talk about how I construct my Bezier curves in my works. So let's get started. Bezier curve is a parametric curve. In a simplified definition, a parametric curve function is a representation of a mathematical formula that expresses the curve using a variable, normally called time t. For instance, a line can be expressed using a line parametric function. When t equals to 0, the result of the function will give you the starting point of the line. When t is 1, you will get the end of the line. If you plug in 0.5, then you will get the middle point of the line. Bezier curve is expressed exactly like this. Every Bezier curve has a starting point and an ending point, and also a mathematical formula that gives you each point on the curve. I will skip the mathematical details of this formula, but basically you have a function like this where you can plug in those 4 points and the t value to get any point on the curve. If t is 0, you would get the starting point. If t is 1, you would get the ending point. To construct a Bezier curve, you will need a collection of control points. Sometimes those control points are also called anchor points. Starting point and the ending point, they are also called control points. To avoid confusion, in this tutorial, I'm going to refer to those 4 control points as starting point, control point 1, control point 2, and ending point. Before diving into the construction part, I want to share a bit more about my setup. When I build my visual generating systems, it is very important for me to separate all the parameters away from the actions. I prefer to organize all of the parameters into a giant dictionary and then write helper functions to retrieve those values. In this tutorial, I will use the following helper functions to make my code more organized. The first method of making the Bezier curve is by using the Bezier function. Bezier function takes 8 parameters. It looks like a lot of things to think about, but if you look closer, it is essentially asking you for 4 control points: the start, the end, and then the 2 middle control points. Normally, when I define a point, I don't like to separate the point into x and y values. So instead of using this default setup, I'm going to define my Bezier curve like this. Now you have a Bezier curve. The second P5 native method to make a Bezier curve is by using the combination of bezierVertex and shape. Once you have determined your control points, you can obtain a Bezier curve this way. Why would you choose the bezierVertex function over the Bezier function? The bezierVertex function is very helpful when you are trying to chain multiple Bezier curves together. For instance, When you want to create a shape like this, using the first method, you would have to call the Bezier curve function twice. And you're getting essentially two lines rather than a connected shape. In comparison, the second approach would let you create a curve and keep adding additional points to that curve. And in the end, you will have one shape instead of multiple curves. The last method that I want to show you is definitely more advanced and more complicated than the previous ones, but it would give you the most control. In this method, we're going to construct our Bezier curve from scratch and using the formula. We have already implemented this Bezier curve function, which would let us plug in 4 control points and a t-value to get any point on this curve. Pairing this method with begin shape, we would be able to draw a curve by finding out many points on the curve and connect those points into lines. So, if we supply many t-values, the curve would essentially look very smooth. Now you know the 3 different methods of constructing Bezier curves in P5. Essentially, you need to figure out the control points. But here's another question. How exactly do you figure out those points? In a lot of cases, figuring out the starting point and ending points are not that challenging. To the best of my knowledge, I don't think there is a super universal way of figuring out where those points are, except just through your observation, through your trial and error, and eventually you get a feel of how to define those points. So I would say it's a lot of trial and error. It's also about building your own mental model around this concept of Bezier curves. So I want to share the procedure that I normally use to construct my Bezier curves. Just keep in mind that this is definitely not the only way. I normally construct my Bezier curves in the following steps. First, I would define the starting point and the ending point, and I would draw a line between those 2 points. Then I define a distant percentage d1. Using this percentage, I would find a reference point 1 along this line. Then, I define a rotation angle R1, rotate the point around the starting point. This point is my control point 1. I repeat this step for the other side, using rotation angle 2 to rotate the point reference 2 around E, and then that is my control point 2. And now I have my control points. By doing it this way, I'm essentially shifting the problem from identifying individual points into building a rotation and distance-based system, so I can quickly build a mental model of how a specific curve would look like given, let's say, 30 degrees and 50% of distance. Great! In this tutorial, we have covered the basic of Bezier curves. We walked through 3 different ways of constructing Bezier curves in P5, and I shared briefly of how I normally construct my Bezier curves. Bezier curves are extremely versatile and useful. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy coding!